This is Ask the Experts. Here's Curran Bhatia.
I'm Curran Bhatia. Welcome into the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. It's the official weigh-in for Amanda Serrano versus Erica Cruz. It's a huge fight for women's boxing, for all of boxing. It's an undisputed fight, and it's a great card top to bottom. We got Alicia Baumgardner in action, Ramla Ali, plenty of other great fighters. A lot going on here in New York. It's a big boxing weekend for Matchroom Boxing, MVP. Looking forward to getting it started. We're going to take you inside, get some content. Curran Bhatia here with Amanda Serrano. Amanda, you're headlining here again at Madison Square Garden. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I feel great. Make the weight easy. And now it's just fight time, and I can't wait until tomorrow.
You're back at your natural weight. Now, one thing about you compared to other fighters, most fighters go up in weight. You've gone up, down. There really hasn't been a weight that you've said no to. How have you been so comfortable to move up and down the weight classes?
Well, in a female boxing, you have to go where the opportunities are, and that's what I did. But I just learned to either keep my mouth shut or open my mouth.
This fight against Erica Cruz, we know she's tough. She took out Jelena Mrnjavcevic. I'm sure you've watched tapes. What are your thoughts on your opponent? How do you see this fight playing out?
Listen, I know Erica is a tough Mexican fighter, and she throws a lot of punches, but so do I. And my punches pack a little punch, a bigger punch than hers. So, I like that. I welcome that into a fight. That's the type of fight I love, and it doesn't start till I get punched in the face. So, I just know it's going to be a lot of punches thrown and a lot of punches caught in her face.
If you are successful on Saturday night, you will become undisputed. When you are successful on Saturday night, you will become undisputed. What would that mean to you to be undisputed?
When I say when, is that you have to manifest it.
Of course. You have to visualize first.
I believe in it. I trained super hard for this fight. This fight means a lot. Being undisputed at my weight division, it means a lot more to me than any other fight. But just to be the first Puerto Rican to give that to my island, to be the first. We have amazing talent coming out there, great champions. And for me to do that, it will mean so much for me.
We know about, of course, Puerto Rico versus Mexico, the rivalry. And we know about the Puerto Rican fans in New York. They pack the house. We know the energy that happened when you fought Katie Taylor. How do you expect to see the energy compared to that for this fight?
I think it's going to be the same. This is history. We're making history together. But you know what's even better? It's at the Hulu Theater. Hulu Theater is a lot smaller than the Garden, so it's a lot intimate. So I feel like I'm going to be celebrating with my fans, like right there on my back. So it's amazing. I made history here before, becoming 7th Division World Champion, and I got the first piece of this division here at the Hulu Theater, and I'm planning to get the last piece.
You say it very casually. 7 divisions. This is not easy to do. 7 different divisions. When you become undisputed, right, you come to the negotiating table with a lot of power there. And there may be other fighters like Alicia Baumgardner, possibly undisputed, Katie Taylor. Have you thought about the next challenges, other fighters you want?
Not at all. Right now I have Erica Cruz in my sight. Right now she's my present and my future. After this fight, then we can talk.
And I know you're not thinking about the future, but if one day you did take on Katie Taylor, would you travel for that fight if needed to take on that challenge?
If needed, we'll go wherever. But right now I'm here at the Hulu Theater, and I'm against Erica Cruz and planning to become undisputed champion.
You've been such an ambassador to the sport, a pioneer. What would be your final message to your fans and your supporters?
Well, thank you from the heart for all the support. It's been a long journey for me. I've been a professional for 14 years. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. So I just want to thank you for sticking with me, sticking by me, and the best is to come.
Amanda Serrano, I'm glad you're finally getting the opportunities that you've deserved for a long time. Best of luck on Saturday night. Curran Bhatia here at Madison Square Garden with the great Ramla Ali. Ramla, how are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Doing good, and this is obviously a historic card for women's boxing, for all of boxing, but women's boxing getting its well-deserved due, and you're on this card. What are your thoughts of being part of this?
Oh, 100%. When I was first told about this card, I only heard that it was Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz headlining, and I thought, wow, 2 women headlining. And then as the card got announced, there were more women on the card, and I was like, wow, 5 women on the card. 2, the headline and the co-main are both women. That's unheard of. So I'm very honored and excited to be a part of such a historic card, like you said.
I remember speaking to you at Serrano versus Katie Taylor, and you were an observer that time. And this time you're actually part of the card, which is great.
I so badly wanted to be a contender on that day, but things just didn't work out. So like I said, I'm really happy, excited, honored to be a part of this card. Yeah, such a historic event on Saturday, tomorrow.
You're undefeated, 7-0. Your opponent, Abramati, 8-0-1. Have you watched tape? Have you studied your opponent? If you look at the people she's faced, you have probably objectively faced better opposition in terms of just plain records, right? Have you looked into that? Have you looked at her history in boxing?
I haven't delved in too deep. I've watched a couple videos, and I think for me that's enough. My coaches have watched a lot more than I have, and throughout camp we've been strategizing basically on the best way to do it. So if you don't have a team like that who are so meticulous with everything, doing the pad work in how you should box and making you spar how you should box, even if you're uncomfortable doing it, then you've got the wrong team behind you. So I know I have the best team and the right team behind me.
Speaking of your team, Manny Robles, he's representing today. He's got your jersey and your hat, so it's not only just what you're learning in the gym, but he's here supporting you. I mean, what is your relationship like with Manny?
He's great. Like you said, he's very supportive. When we were in Saudi and I was hosting that one-off Sisters Club, he came to help out, came to watch. Coaches like that are rare to find. So I'm really happy, excited, and glad that he's backing me. And we have a great relationship. He's very honest, and when I'm sparring bad, he will tell me, can I swear?
Yes, please.
I go, that was shit. Oh, I can't watch this. Turns around, and then, the days where you're doing amazing and, you're doing everything that he's asked you to pull off, and then he takes you to one corner and tells you how proud he is of you. Those are treasures. So, we have a good relationship, I think.
We've seen you box and move. We've seen you, it seems like with Manny, you're working on your power as well. You've taken your opponent's O twice before.
Yes.
Is that going to happen again on Saturday night?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is that a question? Nah. Come on, no.
That was a layup. That was an easy one.
Yeah, of course. If you're not backing yourself to win ever, you shouldn't be in the ring. And fair game to Avril, she's backing herself. She's like, yeah, I'm going to win. But in my head, I know she's not. I know I'm going to be the one victorious on Saturday because I will always back myself. And I know what I bring to the table. I know how I can box. I know, the years I've done in the amateurs, faced all sorts of oppositions, having to turn a fight around, mid-fight. I've done it all. So I feel like my experience will show on Saturday.
Anyone who's followed your story, it's obviously very inspiring. Somalian war refugee, everything that you've been through. You fought in Saudi Arabia, which is historic. Now you're on this card. I mean, what else do you have to prove? How are you're going to keep inspiring? I know somehow. What's the plan for you?
I hope so. I hope I keep inspiring because I think inspiring the next generation of young girls to dream big, to show that they can achieve anything that they want to be is what it should be about. I do hope that I keep inspiring the next generation for sure. There's so many other countries left to tick on my box, but I'm glad that I get to, with the opportunities that Matchroom provide, I'm glad that I get to box in all these amazing countries and just check things off on my passport.
Well, keep inspiring. I'm looking forward to continuing to watch your journey, the next step on Saturday night. Ramla, Ali, best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Curran Bhatia here at Madison Square Garden with Shadasia Green. Shadasia, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Phenomenal turnout. Enjoying myself. Weight is made, and I feel great.
And you're taking on Elin Sedarus.
Yes.
And this is going to be a tough test. I'm sure you've seen some of her fights. What are your thoughts on Sedarus as a fighter?
Sedarus is a great fighter, a former world champion, unified world champion, and I prepared 150% because I respect her skill set so much.
And I don't doubt that you're prepared. You've had 11 professional fights, 10 of them by way of knockout. That's a very high knockout percentage. So how do you get your power? Where do you generate that from?
I think it was something I was born with, gifted by my mom and my grandfather, but I work on it also. But, that's not my number one attribute. It just happened to take over my professional record. It's been some of the common outcome of most of my bouts. So I'm highlighted for it.
That's not your number one attribute. So what is your number one attribute? What would you say?
Ring IQ, skill, boxing ability, the inside fight, the outside fight. I'm hoping that Sedarus could bring out a bit. so I can showcase my skill set.
And this opportunity, it's going to be at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. It's obviously a huge card, topped by Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz. What are your thoughts on being on this card and this showcase opportunity?
I feel blessed, and it's a privilege, and an honor to share a card with my icon and my mentor, Amanda Serrano, who's a legendary fighter to me. I've watched for some time now, and she's getting her just due. She's fighting here at home for an undisputed world title, and I think that's amazing. Well-deserved, well-earned, and she's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
What Amanda Serrano has done in this sport is incredible. She's pound for pound, men, women, especially going up and down in weight. I mean, you're a fighter. You could speak to that. Like, the way she just goes up and down in weight and has success. I mean, that's incredible, right?
Absolutely. It's not easy to do. I've been at one weight class for most of my career now, coming down from heavyweight. So it's an unexpected amount of pressure that you put on your body, not knowing to go to different weight class and compete and fight and feel good at different weight classes. It's extremely hard. So much love and respect to Amanda Serrano. She's done it with the class and grace and has been victorious on several occasions. And I'm proud of her. She's teaching and leading the way for me. And like I said, she's an icon and a mentor, especially to me. So
it's a great mentor to have. She's taken on Erica Cruz, headlining here at Madison Square Garden. What is your take on that fight? Erica Cruz is no slouch. She took out Jelena Mrjenovic. She's been an underdog before. How do you think that main event plays out?
It's a great fight, but of course I got Amanda taking her win. Amanda's skill set and ring IQ herself. Her edge. I just have her as the edge. With no disrespect to Erica Cruz, everybody comes to fight, especially on this level for an undisputed world title. You bring out a different beast, So it's an interesting matchup, and I can't wait to be victorious Saturday night, and so I can go in the back and get dressed and watch my icon.
And before you watch your icon, you'll be taking on Serrano. We mentioned you have 10 knockouts and 11 wins. Are you expecting to get the knockout on Saturday night?
I never go in expecting to get a knockout. I adjust to my opponent, but I push my will, and whatever happens, as long as I'm victorious, I'm good with that.
Well, clearly, those adjustments have been working since you've been getting wins and getting knockouts. What would be your final message to your fans and your supporters?
I appreciate you. Stay tuned. We've got a lot to show. We're finally at the place that women's boxing can, add another great to the roster, and that's Shadasia Green. And I'm hoping to follow in the footsteps of Amanda Serrano and all the other great female leaders. And I promise I'll give my all and my best at all times and represent with grace and respect the women's.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and it's going down Saturday night, February 4th, here at the Hulu Theater in Madison Square Garden. Thank you so much.
And that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a stacked card. It's going down February 4th from the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. And at the top, the undisputed fight, Amanda Serrano versus Erica Cruz. I am Curran Bhatia. Thank you for being with us.